All right, here we are in Adobe Illustrator. I'm going to show you 5 things that you should know if you want to use this program efficiently. So let's jump in. Type tool. This is where we're going to type basically anything, but let's start with this, the old hello world. Now that's just your basic type. That's cool. You can make it bigger and smaller. Here I'm holding shift, or you can if you're going to want to play with the font and whatnot, character. And this is where you're going to have a lot of control here. You can change the font size. You can change the font itself. See that? You can change, well, if you had a paragraph, which I will show you. Let's jump to the paragraph, and then I can show you this too. So we have this. Now you can change the vertical spacing. If you hold shift, you can do bigger increments, but you got the horizontal and the size and your font itself. This is within the box. So if you keep typing here, you're going to have to hit return if you want to, if you want to jump that down, you're going to have to go return and then return. But the box kind of handles that for you. And now you can go to Window, Type, and Paragraph. That gives you alignment over the paragraph. See this? Boom, middle, right, and it works here too. So it doesn't. It's not only for the box; it's for both. But that's about it for typing. I mean, you get that general idea. I'm going to hit delete, and I'm going to close. Well, I might leave these open, but it's important that you know where to get those at least. Window, and then pull down to type, and they're in there. Whoops, character, paragraph, and there's other ones in there, but you can play with those. All right, let's get on to create outlines. This is a really, really big one. This saves everything. You know what? I did this before. It looks cool with this word, text. Okay, so I'm just clicking here, and then I click on this, and I'm just I hold shift. See how it's stretching it the wrong way? If we hold shift, it keeps it proportional. That's a good trick in itself right there. So we have this, and we're going to go up here to type and create outlines. Now it's not a font anymore. I can't type. I can't change this T to be a different letter or anything, but it is grouped together. So I'm going to go to Object and Ungroup. Now I have each one. So watch this. I can move this guy around now. See, that's cool. Not moving the whole word. And if I hold Shift, it just lets me move it, along the straight plane. So I'm going to move this guy over here. I'm going to move this one over here. Yeah, see that? That looks cool. But that's like the power of just create outlines, and then boom, you've got your you're halfway to making your logo or whatever it is you need to make. Now I'm pressing Z on the keyboard. That just gives me the zoom tool, and V gives me this move tool. It's a lot faster once you get those, especially those two. And one more is you can press the space bar, you get the hand tool, which is here, but super easy. So now I'm going to add an outline to this, which in Illustrator is called a stroke. So let's go to Stroke panel. Here's that. This is your fill, which is like the black, and then this is your stroke, which is an outline. You can do it here in the color palette as well, up here on the right, which you get, you get that in here, color, boom. But so yeah, I'll do it here. I'm gonna switch to the stroke, and then I'm just gonna go get a red one here somewhere. I'm just gonna make that like a nice solid red. And now it is there, but it's tiny, 1 point. So this is where you play with the width of it, the weight it's called. Now I'm going to zoom in a little bit and show you what's going on. So right now, that's where the black was for this black T. Now we can align it to the inside. It's going to put it all the way in the inside of the letter, and then on the outside, it's going to put it all the way on the outside, and then the default is center. And now you can see even just like the corner radius, you can make it a little radius if you want, stuff like that. So yeah, those are that's the stroke. You can add dash lines, all kinds of stuff. But the stroke palette is where you want to be when you're messing with outlines. And now the next thing is going to be aligning. Watch this. This is a fun one. So I'm just pressing Command minus to zoom out, by the way. So yeah, we've got these two guys over here. They're not aligned. It could be shapes. It could be whatever. And oh, whoops, align palette. So window align, and we have this. And it does show up here if you have this. This is called the control bar. It's window and just control. This thing, if it's not there, then you can pop it up there. Now, so we have aligned straight, vertically and horizontal. So we'll do that to these two. I'm going to select both of them. I'm going to go align, and then, yeah, I aligned them that way. So say if you want to align them the other way, it's pretty self-explanatory, but you go like this. And if you have all three and you want to distribute them and align them, we can go like this, and we would go align there and then distribute. Now it just centers them, right? And it works vertically too. And another awesome one is if, say you want something in the center of the page, right? You can change this. Now it's, when I have one only, I have aligned to Artboard. See that? That's aligned to Artboard. So if I hit center, it's going to put it in the center. See that? That's the page. The Artboard is the page. And then if I select both of these like this, or you can select one and then hold shift and select another one, right? So if I do that, I want, say, to move this E over to here. So holding nothing, I have nothing on the keyboard. I just click on this. Now I have the key object. See that? Now if I hit align, it's going to move that E over there. And boom. So that's pretty cool. And then, you can, you can align to the artboard and you can put it to the left of the page. So it just depends on what you have it aligned to. And then last but not least, let's export this transparent PNG style. We just go to export. The best one for me is Save for Web Legacy. You can use either one of these to select a PNG, but this is the one I like because you can just it gives you a nice good preview. So yeah, transparency if you're going to do PNG for like a website logo, something like that. But yeah, you can do JPEG. You have the control. I would bump them up to 100. I've never come across a reason to lower it unless file size is a really big issue. But yeah, so here's a transparent PNG. Just hit save and you are good to go. Hopefully that helped and hopefully it was quick. If it did, hit like, leave me a comment. Thanks.